My name is Caroline, and I work for Looking Glass Adventures, as you can see here, over here. And the company is located in Toronto, Ontario, Canada.
How long have you been working as a game master, and in total, not just for this company?
I want to say about 3 years now, and it's always been with this awesome company here, Looking Glass Adventures.
Did you ever play an escape room before?
I've actually played one before I started working here with my friends, but since I've been working here, I've played quite a few others, but surprisingly they've only been with my other coworkers, because it's always fun to go with your coworkers to play different games and to kind of bond.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So you knew what you were getting into when you applied for the job, a little bit.
just a switch.
So okay, here's an interesting one, because I know this about you. Do you have a code name as a game master, and then what is it?
All right, so for one of our games, it's called Operation Flamingos. You're basically secret agents, so we like to have like a secret agent name or a code name. And so far I've had 3 since I've been working here. I've had Agent Straws. That's what I started off with. One of my fellow coworkers, she's like, "Hey Caroline, you only drink pop with straws, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah, because I have sensitive teeth." Long story short, my secret agent name was Agent Straws for a bit, and then I realized, wait a minute, I don't like straws. I actually like poutine. It's my favorite food. So why not? Agent Poutine. And then for a special request for a birthday party I was hosting, I decided to go with Agent Baller because I love basketball. Who doesn't? It's my favorite sport. So those are the 3 names I've had: Agent Straws, Agent Poutine, and Agent Baller.
Do you mix them up, or now you just stick with one?
Now I just stick with one, which is Agent Poutine. But if there's any other like special requests I want to make, or I'm hosting a special team, I'll come up with a new unique one that to best fit with that team.
So I guess poutine is more of a Canadian dish.
Yeah, it's the
So should we explain to our American viewers or international viewers?
Oh yes, okay. So poutine is it's the best dish ever. It's my favorite food. So it's basically fries with cheese curds, so like little square cuts of cheese, and then you just drizzle some gravy on there. Feel free to add some protein, maybe bacon or chicken. I love adding jerk chicken. So technically my favorite food would be jerk chicken poutine. But yeah, you can throw any flavors in there.
That sounds really good. Okay, here we go. Okay, what's the weirdest experience you have had while game mastering?
Okay, I had to think hard and long about this one. I think I figured out the best one. I wouldn't say it's the weirdest, it's definitely maybe the coolest. So at one point I was hosting a birthday party for a bunch of screaming 8-10-year-olds, and we were inside the escape room, and I think it was like a snowstorm or a rainstorm outside, so our power got cut for maybe 2 seconds, and this luckily was during the end of the game, so I was able to kind of like brush off and say, "Hey, you did it, this was meant to happen." And then but luckily, also thankfully, the emergency lights went on as well, so I was able to kind of escort them back to our party space, which is where I'm actually sitting in right now. And then I told them, I'm like, "Hey, let's bring our flashlights just in case," because we were using flashlights in there, and we kept it on, and it turned out into this super cool, awesome, like glow in the dark, not really, flashlight party. And the boys, they loved it. We kept our flashlights on the whole time for the rest of the party while they're eating. They loved it. Even when the power came on and the lights were back, they're like, no, keep it off, keep it off. I'm like, okay, whatever you want, it's your party. And they loved it. And as they were leaving, they were telling their parents, "Oh, that was so cool. We had like no lights, and we turned on the flashlights, and everybody was we had a dance party as well, and they loved it." So that was definitely the coolest, strangest, weirdest experience.
Yeah, I bet you they still remember it. I bet it's the best party ever.
Exactly.
Up there.
Exactly.
Yeah, it sounds so cool. Yeah, and I guess to explain to people that we're an escape room venue, but we also host birthday parties in our party room, or at least we did.
Yes. Not right now, but yes.
Yeah, we and so you were dancing all the time. We did a lot of dance parties.
Yes. Oh,
and there was always a lot of pizza
So much
around.
fun. Favorite part. Lots of just dance parties.
Yeah. Yeah, the kids all had their favorite songs, and well, the fun part was like the parents would jump in and dance too. That was always the best.
Exactly.
What's your favorite phrase to say while game mastering?
Well, I don't really have a favorite, but I've been told by a lot of guests that I've hosted their games for that I'm very encouraging when I give hints. I always kind of say something kind of like nicely done or great suggestion or keep going. So those are definitely one of my favorites. But recently, I think the one that I like to do now that we're all doing virtual online escape room or remote play escape games here at Looking Glass is because I'm in the room with them, so I'm like their game avatar, their game character, and they kind of give me directions and tell me what to do. So I'm the one who's actually physically doing everything in the room. So as soon as they get the right code for the first lock that they open in the room, I'll open up the lock and I'll say something kind of like, all right, 1 down, 1 billion more to go. And that always gets them laughing, that always gets them smiling, and I love that. I find that's a great way to just start the adventure off. Yeah. And then they start laughing, and it's a great time. So.
Oh, that's fun. Yeah, I heard it. That I was just talking to another game master, and she says that everybody's laughing at everybody's jokes. It's a lot of fun with the virtual game. You have your own audience for an hour.
Exactly.
What's your must-have companion for game mastering? Coffee, headphones, glasses, Lucky Charm.
Well, if you must ask, I think it would be this guy right here. My handy dandy, I guess you could call it a waist belt or whatever, or a waist bag. It's my lucky. It's everything I need to host a good game is in here. Like everything is in here. The extra remotes, the extra keys, everything's in here. And I don't go anywhere without it. Especially now that we're doing remote play games, you need a lot of space to kind of hold everything because you also have to be in charge of the camera, the tripod, and all that. So I keep everything in here. I like to call this, it reminds me of, I don't know if you guys are fans of Harry Potter, which I am, but remember how Hermione had that bag and she had that charm, the undetectable charm, where you can kind of like reach in there and just kind of grab everything as you go. That I feel like that I've casted that charm on here and everything surprisingly
I
fits
feel
in
like
here, so.
you're the only game master that must have something like that. I think that's genius.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Pretty much.
That's pretty cool.
Hopefully, I'm trying to start a trend. It hasn't really caught on yet, but you never know. It's never too late. It's never too late. I always recommend this. This is good.
We can offer them to other escape rooms.
Exactly.
Call Caroline.
Use it.
For
it works.
A good price.
It stays with you. It's secure. You're good.
What did you find you needed a lot when we hosted in-person games?
Actually, yeah. I think
like,
I would.
What was the one thing you like would always get?
Always. Because since I didn't have this, I would always just have my keys on hand, and they would be secured to like a.
Yeah. You always have the key on the stringy thing.
I don't have.
I remember always everybody like running to find Band-Aids. Like we've got the 2 first aid sets.
Yep.
And not that it happened a lot, but like hosting to a bunch of birthday parties.
To have that around and handy.
Yeah.
And then of course you got to have the master keys and the master remote, just in case you need to pop something open real quick for the team, so that it doesn't break the immersion for them.
Okay, all right, this is fun. Your favorite customer? I mean, first of all, can we just say like everybody is so amazing. This has got to be a tough choice.
This was the hardest.
And you love.
choice.
I hear about all the stories you meet. Like you make friends with everybody. Everybody knows you. Everybody requests you again.
Exactly.
So who is it?
This was a tough decision, and I actually had to do a little investigating, going through our old reviews on our Google webpage, and then cross-referencing now with our Bookio page. Bookio is the system we use to make the bookings for the games, and I figured it out. I found the team. They're my ultimate all-time favorite team, and I'll explain why in a bit. But I just gotta say #Team Chad, and so that's Chad and Chelsea Roman. Okay. Shout out to you folks. You guys were the best team I've ever had. They're a lovely family. They played our Mystery at Meriwether Mansion, and I actually remember the date, on November 24th in 2019. Yes, that's right. I remembered it. It was unforgettable. First of all, they laughed at all my corny jokes, which was always amazing to me. And they were so sweet and lovely, and they had an infectious attitude that I fed off of. Because people tend to say I'm very energetic, and so they were able to match that. So it was really fun right from the gate. And the best part, what I found the most memorable, was they planned this while they were in the game, as they were leaving, because we have stairs that lead to the exit for our venue. As they were leaving, and I'm just saying, hi, okay, bye, enjoy, have a lovely evening, thank you, take care, come back soon. And as the door closed and I'm about to go back to reset the room, I hear a melodious sound. It was them singing Sweet Caroline to me as loud as they could. It was incredible. I ran back, I opened the door and I said, oh my goodness, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much. And they were like, that was for you, Caroline. That was for you. And they laughed and they were so sweet. And I haven't forgotten it till this day. So shout out to hashtag Team Chad. That was their team name because we always ask for a team name and take their team photo. And Chelsea and Chad Roman, shout out to you and your team and your family. You guys made it a lasting impression on me, and so I thank you for that. That was awesome.
Over a year ago.
Exactly.
Well, I think we should have call them and tell them, like, check out this video.
We should.
Maybe they nominated you. I don't know. It's a
I
mystery.
still don't know who it was, but shout out to everybody else who did as well.
If a customer asks for a hint, what do? Make them dance to give it to them, or you do play tough?
It depends on the team. It depends on the guest. Sometimes I'll be tough because I feel like, hey, you guys can do this. I know you're
got it in
enough.
them, right?
Yeah, they've got it in them. I don't need to give you too many hints. You can do it, and I know you'll feel more accomplished at the end of the day. So I'll give them. I won't be too easy on those teams. But then you have teams that are beginners. They've never done this before, and you want to make sure they enjoy the experience. They don't get frustrated. So I'll be more lenient with hints, more direct with those teams, and they love it. They appreciate it. Like, oh my goodness, Caroline, thank you for helping us out. We wouldn't have gone out without you.
Yeah.
And I love that, and they appreciate it. So I always definitely do that. And then sometimes I'm cryptic with my messages. I like to stay in character. So for example, we have a game called Mystery on Meriwether Mansion, where you have the homeowner is Miss Jane Merriweather, and whenever I would, because we have a hint system, a phone, I'll pick up the phone, I'll give them the hints, but I'll stay kind of in character. I'll say, well, you know, Miss Merriweather doesn't really like you looking in that area. Maybe it might be better to look here, and just keep that immersion going, so they feel like, okay, this is good. We're not losing immersion. We're not. It's not a bad thing to pick up the phone and ask for a hint. And so, yeah, it just depends on the team.
Yeah, it feels less like a hint.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're always part of the team with every game.
Yeah.
Part of it. Do you play escape rooms yourself, and how many?
So yes, like I mentioned earlier, I played actually I haven't played too many because, like I said, I only play it mostly with the team here. I can actually count on both my fingers how many I've played, but definitely, yeah, I think I want to say around 7 to 8 max of different escape rooms I've played. I would love to play more, but it's just a matter of wrangling my friends, wrangling my family to play with me, because it's not fun playing by yourself. Right. So whenever we get a chance to play one as a team, I'm always the first one, or one of the first of to say, okay, let's do it. I'm down. I'm ready. Let's go.
I think we played what, 2 virtual too?
Yeah,
1 or 2?
I think we played 2 virtual, which was fun.
And games, like, as we sell some games, and we have games, and you are the reigning champion of Ghost Blitz.
I wasn't gonna brag, but since you brought it up, Ghost Blitz is one of my
we almost have to video your quick reflexes.
Yeah, that would be cool if we could
She shows no mercy.
I'm the champion out of everybody here that works at Looking Glass Adventures.
Yeah.
It's the
family. What about your family?
Even with my family, no one can beat me.
Caroline's a little competitive.
to face off with me and see if they can beat me.
Open challenge.
Yeah, I've sent it out there. Let's see who wants to challenge me.
Okay, so what's your favorite escape room ever, and why?
Ooh, decisions.
Oh.
Well, of course, I love all the games we have here. But if I had to choose one that's not from Looking Glass Adventures, I would definitely choose the Firefighter Rescue that we played from. Was it the
Escape from the Six?
Escape from the Six. Yeah. They were a lovely team who invited us over to play 2 of their games, actually. One of them was the Firefighter game, and it was incredible. We actually we got a chance to split up into 2 teams within our own team and face off with each other. And so the team I think Christine, you were with me, right?
Yeah.
And we went crazy in there. We were in character. We got a chance to put on actual fighters.
First thing, everybody dresses up.
It was incredible. It was the best experience ever that I got. And it was one of my first few times playing an escape room with the team in general, so it was a great way to bond and get to know everybody and solidify those relationships and see everybody. And it's always fun to see how quickly we all get into that mode of, okay, we are game masters. Let's think like game masters instead of thinking like players.
Yeah.
So we were over analyzing some things like how did they build this puzzle? How did they solve this?
You start like knocking on things.
We start knocking on things as
of?
if, hey, we do it in our escape room. Maybe this is what they do as well.
Yeah,
Instead of just kind of like taking a step back and immersing it. So it's fun seeing those kind of like quirks coming out from each of us. But then at the end of the day, we come back together and we were successful in that game.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
were successful, so.
Yeah. Oh, it's so much fun playing with you guys. It's like you know how to puzzle. Everybody just loves it so much. And it's funny because like not everybody like here is an escape room enthusiast. Like, you know, most people on the team like just started playing escape rooms after working here, but now everybody
I only
favorite thing to do.
Yeah, exactly. It's literally the only thing I want to do with my friends and family now. It's so much fun.
Shout out to Escape from the Six because they are awesome.
Shout out to them.
And okay, so what do you enjoy the most about game mastering and why? I don't know.
There's so much,
so
many things. Like I love putting a smile on everybody's face, every guest. As long as I see a smile or a laugh or anything, it just means I've accomplished my goal, which is to make sure that they enjoy themselves. And then of course, I think one of my ultimate favorite things about working, especially here at Looking Glass Adventures, is because we host birthday parties, and so it gives me a chance to be with kids and help them out in the escape room, and also host them during their celebration of their birthdays, and it's a great time and great milestones for a lot of kids here. So to be a part of that is awesome. I love seeing their reactions to escape rooms. Most of the time it's their first time, and it's always a pleasure of mine to host them, and even just regular groups as well, families who are doing this for the first time, or even corporate events and groups. They all come here, and it's been great just seeing the different types of people you encounter, and the relationships you build. Like it's been, and everything about it has been incredible working here. And then of course, whenever I hear that a team has requested for me to host a game, it just puts a smile on my face and makes me feel so loved. It just makes me feel great, because it means A, they liked my corny jokes and they want to listen to it, and B, they've been bitten by the escape room bug, which is the aim. You want them to be able to come back and want more and more and more, and even do other escape rooms from all over the world. So I feel like I've accomplished my mission at that point as well. So those are just a tidbit of the things I love about working. Or being a game master and working at escape room.
Certainly making memories and making people smile. It's the best. It really, really is. Aw. And like people show up, like your name shows up in their reviews all the time. They have pictures of you, like kids are hugging you goodbye.
I know.
Made so many friends. And the kids like recognize you like on the street or around, or when they come again, they're like, "Hey, you hosted my party." Oh, and they've grown up with us. Like they started when they were like small, and they were maybe played
the next year, hosted parties again, and the following year.
I know 5 years now. So like the kids are growing up. It's so cute to see. Your tip as an experienced game master, watching all these games, like what do you tell a player? If there's one thing you can tell them, the golden rule, what is it?
Okay. Listen carefully. This is the golden rule. Okay, I'm gonna have my buddy over here. This is Steve. He's been working with us for a long time now. Hi, Steve. Just remember, this is the golden rule. You have to share with all of our guests. Okay. All right. Well, you can't really move right now. It's okay. I'll do it for you. I'll demonstrate. The golden rule is, if something doesn't open with 2 fingers worth of force, then it's not meant to open. Okay. So you just gotta try to pry it open with 2 fingers. If it doesn't open, it's not meant to open. That's the golden rule. Thank you guys so much for giving this opportunity to just kind of explain myself and tell you a little bit about who I am, what kind of game master I am, and to the person who nominated me. Wow, thank you. That's the ultimate accomplishment for me. The ultimate goal, I guess, is to be recognized and to be able to share that love that I have for Looking Glass Adventures and for game mastering in general with everybody here, or whoever's looking from all over the world. This has been amazing. This is the best thing that could ever happen. I hope you guys enjoyed my video. Feel free to vote for me.
Vote for her.
Yes, please vote for me. I would love to win. It'd be amazing as well. And hopefully you got to learn a little bit more about myself, about Looking Glass Adventures, and maybe perhaps you might be thinking of booking with us now.
Request Caroline to host your game.
Me. I trust you. Trust me, you will have a fun time. I'll make sure of it, and yes, it'll be a blast. So thank you guys.
Thank you. Bye.